Oh, yeah. The driver. I love this thing. I want this thing to go really far, and I want to find that ball. And so what do you do to make it go far and find it? You're going to hit a draw. Well, you know what? I'm going to teach you how to draw the driver, but we're not going to be face flippers. There's no more face flipping. And remember, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and tell your friends what we've got going on over here, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to draw this driver without flipping that face. Now, why does face flipping, why is it so bad? Well, let me tell you why. One, when you start flipping faces, I'm not talking about flipping burgers, I'm flipping faces. When you start doing this, it is incredibly difficult for you to hit the ball in the center of the club face. And while you might be able to make the club head go fast, you don't always get the consistent speed out of the golf ball. Second is that it's very difficult to control the club face in its delivery when it's face flipping. I mean, when you're spinning a shaft and you're going like this, that's difficult to get that angle of the face consistent every time. And so that's going to lead to mishits on the toe and the heel, which can also create draws and fades. But what you can also get is you can get the club face a little bit more closed, and now all of a sudden your draw's a hook. And then when you lose confidence, man, we're in real trouble. So this is the face flipper. It's a pretty neutral grip. The club goes back, and then you come in here, and then and you've been told to do this. Roll those forearms. Roll that face. Let's see what we can get with a face flipper right here. I'm going to roll this thing hard like this. So here we go. I rolled it. I got a little bit of it, but it's not enough. It's going to be out, and it's going to, well, it hit a barrel. The ball speed there is about 148. The distance, 240 in the air, and it rolls out. Now, there wasn't a lot of backspin on that, only about 2,100 RPMs of backspin. And I didn't really close the face as quickly as I wanted to, so I lost some speed. Even though the club head speed might have been something, I lost some speed, okay? Now, one thing I want you to understand is that when you look up there and you see that club head speed at 106, I did not make 106 in the club head speed. I have not marked this driver. So that club head speed is not going to be indicative of ball speed, all right? So I just want you to pay attention to ball speed. But what you saw there was a golf shot that started way out to the push side. I timed that club closing a little bit, so I had some draw on it, about 436 RPMs of left spin, but I didn't get the draw enough to where it got back into the fairway, and I'm hitting it out of play there, okay? Or call it into the rough or into the woods. Now, what I want to be able to do to generate the proper speed and the consistency of the delivery is I want my speed to be with my arms, not with my forearms, not with my wrist rolling. I want it to be with my arms. So I want my arms to be moving fast here, and I want my golf club to already be in a closed position when it arrives at the golf ball, so I don't have to worry about whether or not this thing is going to draw consistently. It's going to draw, and it's going to be playable. Now, the way we do that is this. We're just going to strengthen up the grip just a little bit. So I get a little bit of a stronger grip, just like that. I'm aiming down the push side, so say at the barrels. And then when I come through here, I'm going to make sure that my arms are moving along the ground with a lot of push from my trail arm. It's going out this way. Going back to that down the line there, Gibbsy. I'm going this way. So when I get to the golf ball, my trail arm is underneath my lead arm. When you start rotating the face, your trail arm gets above your lead arm, and that's when you get into real problems. You get a little power loss. You get a little inconsistency. So strengthen it up, aim down that side there, and then when you come through, I want you to feel that trail arm just slightly underneath the lead arm. Club face is going to be closed. And there you go. Now watch this. That never left the fairway. Now it's turning back to the left. Now it gets on the ground. It's got a little bit of attitude, so it's kind of mad. Now let's see what our numbers are. Here you go. This is fantastic. So the ball speed on that one is 154. Don't pay attention to club head speed. I told you, don't pay attention to that. I got my ball speed at 154. The distance on that is about 280. I didn't have to flip the face. And because my arms were doing what they were doing, even though I had spin that was only 1,500, the launch angle was at 14. So when I launch it at 14, it's going to get up into the air. That had a 90-foot apex. It had a lot of turn to it. Gregory, maybe we can get a little trace on that. But that had a lot of turn to it. But it was never in danger of not going into the fairway. Let's look at that shot. Gibbsy, pull it full of that. You can see that. Starting down the right-hand side, that's a pretty hefty turn to it. Again, 546 RPMs of left spin. But that spin ratio is 35%. That's quite a bit. That's a lot. That thing is going into the fairway because I set it up with that club face held properly with my hands. Okay, let's try it again. So we're going to just strengthen the grip just a little bit. So we just go that way. And I like to imagine that my thumbs are going right to my trail shoulder. So both thumbs go into the trail shoulder here. And I like the consistency of thinking about where those are. So when I look at them that way, they go, okay, those are right to the trail shoulder. They're going to be the same way every single time. And then when I come through here, my arms are moving through with speed, but the trail arm is underneath the lead arm. And what that's going to do is that's going to take the club and throw the ball up into the air because the club is now going to be coming from the inside because that trail arm is underneath. Okay, so we aim down the push side. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to try to hit this even harder. So I'm going to try to move my arms even faster on this one and keep that trail arm underneath. Okay, so this one I started down. I swung at it even harder. This one turned just the way I want. This one's, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be in the 80s, 280, 285. We got somebody hit the mid, 280, 156. Guns out, sun's out. Daddy got himself 156. Those are like course records for me. I get to 156. I'm like, yeah, daddy-o. That's what I want. But that's what I'm trying to do. Now, that shot there launched at 11. Again, not a lot of backspin. I don't want a lot of backspin. I want that thing on the ground. I want it having a little attitude. And when I'm hitting that draw like that, I'm going to get some attitude. So that thing carries about 250. And now running like somebody's mad. And out to 280. And the ball speed is at 156. That is what I want you to try to do. So let me just cover this one more time for you so you get this, okay? I might even be talked into hitting another one just because I'm thinking, man, if I get 156, now I think I can get 158. Anyway, here's what you're doing. We're taking the thumbs and we're putting them so that they point to that trail shoulder just like that. Yep. Do your seatbelts, by the way, because this thing's going to go. Now, when I come through here, I'm moving my arms parallel to the ground with that trail arm underneath the lead arm, and then I'm just ripping this thing. I need more than 156. Might chip a tooth here. I'm going to get it. You can do this. You got to believe you can do this. Here we go. Okay, this one did a little bit more. I did not roll that one, but that one's going to get on there. Come on, get me another 280. Get me another 280. I want to stand next to this thing when it pops up. Let's go. Talk to me, Goose. 285, ladies and gentlemen. 285. 156 again. That launched at 13. Spin rate at 1,500. That spin doing that. Apex 83. That is, I can't even tell you. That ball is farther than I can hit, but I do what I ask you to do, and I get what I tell you you're going to get. Strengthen up that grip. Don't face flip it. Let your arm take care of that. You're delivering a closed club face. All three of those shots that I hit, those things all turned right to left. They all had some speed, and they all had some distance, and I got two of them at 156 ball speed. I'm going to play about 150 ball speed. That's where I'm going to play, but not today. I'm drawing it today, and I'm 156, and you can get the exact same thing. Take care of that grip. Take care of that swing thought. You'll take care of that distance, and everybody's going to go, what'd you do? And you say, oh, I'm watching that Breed dude. I'm telling you. Tell them, watch them up. That's how it's going to happen. Enjoy that distance. To improve all parts of your game, subscribe to my channel and click the link below.